The 2008 Playboy Mazda MX-5 Cup Championship has been the most competitive ever. 4 different drivers have found the top of the podium in the first 7 races. But the most consistent of all has been Eric Foss from Team MER. He's 1 race away from a dream come true. This year's Playboy Mazda MX-5 Cup Championship. Can he close the deal? Find out next. And welcome to Mazda Raceway Laguna, Seca. We're in Monterey, California for the season finale of the Playboy Mazda MX-5 Cup. It is part of the Sports Car Championship weekend. Hello again, everyone. With Elliott Forbes Robinson, I'm Rick Benjamin. Derek Bernasiglio is down on pit road for us today. Biggest grid of the year, almost 30 cars set to do battle today. And for Eric Foss from Team MER, pretty much he just needs to see the checkered flag. He has a 58-point lead over Todd Burris.
Yeah, it's good for Eric, and knowing that he just has to make no mistakes and go out and do a good job.
Well, Foss is the pole sitter. He's downstairs with Derek.
Thanks, Rick. Hello to you folks at home. It's the last race of the season. Eric Foss is only 45 minutes away from wrapping up the championship this year. And Eric, what are your thoughts right now?
My goal is the race right here on hand. I came here this weekend to race, and obviously championship is a big part of the deal, but really I just want to get through the race, have a clean race, have a fun race, and I'm not trying to think about that championship too much.
You're starting on the pole today. Are you torn between going for the win and running conservative?
I'm going to run as hard as I feel safe. I don't want to go too conservative, but I definitely do want to try and win this race, and I think this is a great track. I mean, we've got everyone here from Mazda, and it's just a good opportunity to try and finish off the season.
Well, guys, he's the point leader. He starts in the #1 spot, and he has a chance of walking away as the champion today.
Now Foss will lead our 29-car field to the green at Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca. Elliott Forbes Robinson, 2¼ miles, a legendary layout.
Mazda Raceway is probably one of my very favorite tracks, and it has so many unique corners. When you've got the turn 1, which is very, very fast, into a tight turn 2. You've got coming down the corkscrew, which is an unbelievable place. Then coming down the hill towards start-finish into the last corner. It's just a great racetrack.
Now, your keys to the race today, tell us about these.
Well, Foss has just got to make sure he keeps it on the road. If he does any kind of job, he's been on the podium every time, he'll be really good. The corkscrew is a place where it's very easy to mess up and run off the road for there. And then the other one is that everybody else here has nothing at stake. It's the last race of the year, and they got to go for it and try and win it.
Yeah, we've got some invaders today. 29 cars, our biggest field of the season. Series regulars who've been with us all year long, and some familiar faces from other series. Foss and Todd Burris, the top 2 in the championship, will make up the front row here today. Ryan Shims, who's been to victory lane at Road America. Robert Huffmaster, who won the last time out of New Jersey. They will start in row #2. Take a look at Christian Frank, back in the series. He's from Simi Valley, California. Brad Rambleberg's won this year. He will start 6th in that 14 car. He should be good. Our Malkasian, who was so good at New Jersey, and Mark Jenkins out of Texas. He'll start 8th today and take you back to row #5 as the field on its pace laps. Eric Curran, one of the standouts in World Challenge competition, and Bobby Carter will start 10th in that 3 car. Rest of the field, regular Robert McCallion starts 11th. Deborah Lott from Texas. Brad McAllister, who's run well at times, and Barry Fromberg. Harrison Williams, Allison Malkasian from Team Alara. Steve Bottom, Forrest Barber back with us. Barnes, take a look at the final drivers in the field here today to make up our 29-car starting lineup. Sonny Whalen, who also races in World Challenge competition. That's got to be a big change, Elliott, from a high-horsepower World Challenge GT car to these MX-5 Cup cars that have about 175 horsepower.
Well, it is, and it's just a matter of keeping up your momentum in corners with these cars instead of accelerating and just putting your foot in the pedal coming out. But, you still have to keep it clean, and a good driver should still do a good job in any car.
A couple of onboard looks today. Our Malkasian carries some of our cameras, as does Christian Frank, 2 of the Team Alara teammates. Now, Christian Frank had that huge wreck at Road America back in the middle of the summer. Took a couple of races off to regroup, but he's back with us here today. That beautiful new Mazda 6 safety car heading for pit road. Elliott Forbes Robinson, 29 cars set to do battle here for 45 minutes. Season finale for the Playboy Mazda MX-5 Cup.
And this should be tough getting down to turn 2 after the start. There's a long run, and it really opens it up so they can go 2, 3 abreast, and it makes it look like you should be there.
Todd Burris on the outside in the dark blue car. Eric Foss, the points leader, the green and white Team MER car on the inside. Glad to have you with us. We are underway in the Playboy Mazda MX-5 Cup at Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca. Very tight battle through 1, heading toward that sharp left-hand turn 2.
Yeah, you can get spun out easy. You can see the 3 abreast coming down in there. This is exciting racing. Getting sideways, hitting each other, boy, that's racing.
Eric Foss, the leader by a car length. Burris settles into second. A couple of cars get off, and here, if you put a wheel off, Elliott, as you refer to, it kicks up a tremendous cloud of dust.
It does, and I'll tell you, I've been off here before a little bit, and it throws up dust in everybody else, but it gets in your car on the tires. Oh, here we go.
One car around, that is the 8 car, one of the Team Alara entries. That's the car of Carlos Tesler-Maybes from Vancouver, British Columbia. Leaders, meantime, battling into one of the other left-hand corners here. This is headed toward turn 4 and 5, up the hill toward the corkscrew.
Yeah, that's corking up that corkscrew. It's important to get up there fast. Oh, it looked like had a little bit of help getting around there.
Kenny Cunyon in the red car from Los Angeles. He's been with us the last couple of races. He and Carlos Tesler-Maybes, a little contact there. Tesler-Maybes goes around. That may end his day. Take another look here from the onboard view in Tesler-Maybes' car.
Yeah, it looks like they were just hit from the back. It didn't look like anything else happened, but you know, that happens in the first lap. Everybody gets excited and goes around.
These, of course, are timed races in the Playboy Mazda MX-5 Cup, so you don't have a lot of time, and this should be about a 20 or 25 lap event today. Now coming toward the corkscrew, it's still Foss out in front. Oh!
Now that's a little different line. It normally doesn't work out.
Ryan Shims. Wow, Shims went off-roading in a big way and slaps the concrete.
Yeah, it looks like he did a little damage to the nose. Well, actually, quite a bit of damage to the nose of the car there. But that corkscrew coming down into it, you've got to go single file there. You cannot go to the right there because it'll send you across it.
Let's take another look at what happened, yeah.
Yeah, he was just a little bit fast into there and couldn't get it turned for the second half of it and had nowhere to go, and the car went around.
Yeah, Shims just tried to dive bomb his way in there. Let's take a look here. This is the onboard view from Christian Frank's camera.
Yeah, he tried to just stay side by side. You know, you just can't go 2 down that thing. It's a 1-lane road there.
Back to the leaders. Eric Foss is out in front. Todd Burris in second. Rampelberg has made his way up to third now despite that near miss in the corkscrew. Huge dust clouds. There is a ton of traffic here today with 29 cars on our starting grid at Mazda Raceway, Laguna Seca. Let's get an update from pit road early in this race down to Derek Bertasiglio.
Carlos Tesler-Maybes brings the number 8 Carmen and Camille-sponsored MX-5 into the attention of the pit crew. Problem on the right rear corner of the car. You've got damage to the rear bumper cover. The jack has now gone on the car. Now they're going to drop the jack. A tough break for Carlos Tesler-Maybes. You can see him hit the steering wheel. Some frustration coming through with that driver. So a tough break for Carlos, and doesn't look like he'll be able to continue today.
I guess that answers the question whether he was helped around in that corner or not.
You could certainly say so. All right, leaders continuing to circulate. Oh, early in the going, Christian Frank off in the dirt yet again. Now, we've seen that from this young driver, just 17 years of age, Elliott. He's not afraid to put a wheel off, trying to make progress in the field.
Or even more than a wheel off. And, you know, he doesn't lift. He just gets out here and just hangs on, does his dirt track, and comes back on, loses a car length or 2, and he's right after it again. He has some car control. I'll say that about him. If he uses his head, he can do really well.
Battling for the lead, Brad Rampelberg takes a look to the inside, but Eric Foss will continue as our leader at Mazda Raceway. Our coverage today is being brought to you by Mazda. On any given weekend, more Mazdas are road raced than any other brand.